It's your boy Cousin Roy. Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspurs. We agreed it's a must-win game. But however, meantime, we have Thomas Tuchel up for grabs. Carlo Ancelotti played incredibly well, so he's probably out of the table for us as a manager candidate. And meanwhile, the head-to-head between Mauricio Pochettino and Eric Ten Hag has reached a headway. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my homeboy Junson. Junson, what's up, bro?
What's up? What's up?
What
What's up?
crazy news is coming out? Chelsea is going down the toilet. So now suddenly Thomas Tuchel is now thrown into the picture, and I'm like, from having my tongue sticking out for Carlo Ancelotti, now I got my tongue sticking out for Thomas Tuchel, bro. Yo, grab this
Celebrating, man.
guy.
Celebrating.
I'm like, the managerial race was so hyped up between Pochettino and Ten Hag for so long. Everyone is like, these were the only two candidates. But you see, this is why I love football, brother. You wake up in the morning, a whole lot of things change, It
Mhm.
can be A and the next day it's Z. Look at how Chelsea now sanctioned, cannot do sell shirts, cannot buy players,
They
cannot
can,
re-sign contract. They can
yeah,
catering.
they can't sign contract. They
They
can,
can't sign
they can,
contract.
they can feed them, like. They can
They
feed the
can they
people,
can, they can do catering. They can spend only 51,000 away on away matches, which means, hey, ain't no fancy 5-star, bro. You're gonna eat the chicken
Nasi
chow mein,
bungkus.
and nasi bunkus for breakfast. Ain't gonna be no scrambled eggs and
You're gonna
toast.
have roti canai only lah for
Roti
breakfast.
canai, bro. You can
That's it lah.
tambah curry saja. Just
Ah,
dal only for you.
dah
Man,
lah.
it's
No
so
fish curry
crazy.
also. Not too
No
expensive.
fish. Sorry, no fish because we got no fish.
No fish.
So, so I'm like, bro, what is going on now? Thomas Tuchel is in the running. I'm like, yes, and as all of this drama and all these things going on with the war and with Chelsea and with another manager in a candidate in line, our club is in absolute turmoil. There is after the 4-1 drubbing, there is
Mhm.
unrest. I think some of the unrest is coming because Ronaldo now left to Portugal. I'm here, he's rehabbing there. But I thought the rule was you're supposed to stay here and rehab
Yeah,
when
what
you
happened
have
to
any
the Pogba rule, man?
the Pogba rule. So I thought you're supposed to stay here and rehab. So now there's unrest again because Eric Bailly is complaining that Harry Maguire has been picked ahead of him. I think Dallo might play this next game. I think so. I don't think there's an issue over there. There's complaint that the English players are not good enough.
Some
There's
Mexican standoff going on, man.
It's so crazy, right? It's so crazy. And so the latest news is Darren Fletcher, homeboy, has come into the picture as what did you say? What did you call him just now?
United Nations
We have a brand new
observer,
candidate.
peacekeeper. He should be
Om,
the
Om
UN
Sakti.
ambassador lah for United. He's
Om
uniting
Sakti.
all the different nationalities there.
Cultures,
Yeah.
races, religions. So Darren news came out. Darren, excuse me.
You have to rely on the Scottish guy lah to be the peacekeeper.
It's like the guy who's been there the longest. It's
Mhm.
such an obvious story. The guy who's been there the longest now has been told, oh, Darren Fletcher has been asked to be the peacekeeper because there's unrest. Darren Fletcher playing Man United peacemaker as tensions mount between Ralph Ragnick and stars, including Cristiano Ronaldo. So the news is that he has taken a role as a mediator among growing tensions between the manager and some of the players. I think this is
Wasn't
what
he
I'm.
the mediator also between Ronaldo and Rooney last time?
Oh, really? Yeah.
I don't know. Last time we know that the whole Portugal and England thing, and
Yes,
then
yeah.
the
The
Ronaldo
World
with
Cup
that,
one, yeah.
that twitching eye, he say, the wink. Then after that, he got
Yes.
Rooney sent off. Then after that, they were saying that there was some kind of mediation going on. But after that, Rooney said, "Oh no, we're all cool. We're all cool."
Yeah. I
I don't
remember
know. I
Rooney's.
think
Oh,
I
so,
think Fletcher might be also the part of the guy that calm down, bro, calm down.
oh my God. So
Maybe
he's
it's from
been.
experience like how to deal with
There you go.
Ronaldo.
Maybe that's.
Ah,
So apparently the article said, let me give credit, the Sun. The article said that Ronaldo flew out of Portugal because he heard he was being dropped for his next game, And then now they're calling it the hip flexor problem, which is probably the easiest excuse to go to. And then Marcus Rashford is also now considering his future at the club. It seems this news is coming out. Again, sad everyone has to write about us,
yeah.
But
I mean, it's just one season that he's not playing well. I mean, why you want to leave? If you're really such a superstar, such a good player, you prove yourself.
And the best part is Fabrizio confirmed it. Fabrizio said, yes, it's true. He actually is a little bit unsure, a little bit unhappy because he's not sure what his situation is at the club, but he does not feel he will go. So I'm like, oh, okay. So that means the feelings were true now. So
Yeah,
okay,
well,
that's
again,
something I trust
yeah.
Fabrizio.
If you watch all the ex players interview, you watch Rooney's interview, you watch Ferdinand's interview. I mean, players when they are unhappy, they will always tend to just look around. They're not. There's no intention to leave. I think like last time Rooney also he was saying, there was
Mm.
the intention because he felt that the club is not ambitious anymore. So he felt that I know I need to go to somewhere that is more ambitious. So he actually sounded out, and somehow that story leaked out to the press. And I'm very curious, how does all this insider source, does all this further come from? I don't know. There's a
I'm wondering if it's some of these reporters who built relationships with them as they were growing up, or some of their peoples. Like remember
peoples.
Rio and Goldwich say what they were called by players' agents these days, telling them to ease up on the criticism. I'm like,
Hmm. Oh yeah. I heard that one. He was like,
what
"What the heck, man?"
nonsense. The place. So I think maybe the peoples lah. They know the
Yeah,
agents. Maybe that's my.
their
I
crew
mean, my
lah,
guess.
their crew were
So it's coming from there.
leak the story out,
I know
leak it
some
out.
of the players talk. I'm sure some of the players talk. Like for example, if Bayi is close with some of the African reporters and all that, and they say some of them, connected with the reporters. They will heard the news.
Off the records kind of shit.
If say, hey, just somebody call, hey, can you ask your Bai's agent what's up? I check, hey, he's not happy, man. Then he called me, hey, bro, he told me his guy's actually not happy, blah, blah. So I think that's how the news is coming out. So
Hmm.
Darren Fletcher coming out as a mediator, I don't know whether it's a plant, but I trust Sun because sometimes the news comes out, it's okay, it's not MEN. So yeah, I trust the news, and it's disappointing because now it seems to me like I said earlier, that I feel like Ronaldo maybe left on a I'm the best player in the world ticket, and
Mhm.
because he's not going to feature in the previous game, now not going to feature in this game, and Edison Cavani is also not going to feature in this game. So I'm like, yo, what
He
do you think?
told Rangnick he's not ready. He told. My
Yeah, Hito
goodness.
Ragni. I mean, poor guy, man, so terribly running out of options, man. So anyway, that's the first news that's coming out. Next news that came out says Poco, after his mess up in PSG, now wants assurances that if he's to come to Manchester United, he's their top candidate. I'm like, I didn't know how to read that.
For me is, I mean, don't we have enough ego already, and now we have this guy coming in saying this. I mean, I don't know whether did he say it or not. Sometimes the media tend to
Yeah,
explode it a little bit, make it more
how they
spectacular.
worded it was
Yeah,
like this. Sportmail understands Pochettino would need to feel like he's top of the club's list of candidates before agreeing to move to Old Trafford next season. I'm like, man, can you? I'll man, kiddie games down the street lah, where you go and coach the under 18s lah. Like I'm seeing all the guys who like maybe previously a Pochettino fans and all that now saying, "Oh no, please, please don't bring him." I'm seeing honestly, I think I'm seeing like almost 80% of the Manchester United fans saying no Pochettino, but the club will take him lah
the
because
club
yes
will
man, what?
always go against go against the United fans, lah. Trust me.
Ah, so what do you think of this news, man? Pochettino wants, I mean, look, I don't think he'll be short of offers lah.
I
Let's
would,
be
if
honest,
you want to put it like Rotten Tomatoes, I'll put it rotten lah. I don't think so. It's true. I don't think so. It's
right?
true. I don't think Pochettino looks like the guy that would say this kind of thing. I don't think so. I don't think so. He'll say this kind of thing.
I think the only one that can be certified fresh is that Ronaldo is pissed lah,
Hmm.
100%.
But he's always pissed.
Oh
He
my
has been
god,
pissed ever since Oli got sacked, I think.
yeah. Like, what do you think that day? 'Cause I didn't get you on the 4-1 against City. Now you can talk because I did mine. Go ahead, take your time. Take your time.
Wait,
Coffee,
wait.
everybody. Cheers.
Let me take a deep
Coffee.
breath first.
Hey, wait, let me pass this to you here, bro. Have some here. I'll
Thanks,
pass
thanks.
to you. Thank you, guys. Boy, imagine if I actually did pass it to you and then took it out, like everyone like, whoa, what? Like, wait, rewind? Sorry, cannot rewind this one. No, I haven't made it yet. When I'm big
Rewind.
time, I'll get the program. No, I cannot. Like, imagine I gave it to you and then you took it out.
Some magic shit going on, man. Tell you, that is magic show.
Okay, look, I'm going to do this while you talk about the game the other day.
What I think about the game, I think we're totally out of depth. We have no direction. We have no clue what we want to do. Rangnick is trying to be too creative. He tried to catch Pep by surprise, but he surprised himself. The players surprised themselves as well. The first half we did okay. I wouldn't say we did bad, but we did okay. But the second half, I fell asleep, man. It was so bad that I fell asleep. I think if I recall properly, I actually have a tear in my eyes coming out also. So is it so bad? I mean, how can you play so bad? I mean, this team lost to Tottenham, the team that we're going to be facing next. This team was supposed to be, throughout the last few games, is just 1 point slightly better than us. And we lost 4-1. And even before the match, what did Pep say? Oh, it took us about like 1 hour to understand how the United players play.
Look
We are
like he
so
figured it out so fast.
yeah. So the thing is, we are predictable. He knows that we are not a cohesive unit. He knows that his team. He trusts his team. He knows his team is going to perform like how he wants them to perform. And we were kind of predicting. I remember the day when we had the pre-match, we were saying about how worried we were, with Pep's
Yeah,
team, and
we
sure
were
enough,
trying to keep
lah,
the score low.
yeah, sure enough, this shit happened, lah. I really do. I don't know. I have no other words to say. I really have no other words to describe the team, but they are just pathetic.
Did anyone who do you think played well that day? Anybody? If you had to pick, like who do you think did well and who were the worst performers?
The I think I think I just give it to the here, lah. I don't think any one of them played well. I think Bruno didn't play well. I think Pogba. I mean, Bruno and Pogba is playing a false nine and number 10. It's so weird. And you see Ilanga and Sancho on the left and right. I don't know how to. I don't know. The formation looks weird. It looks really weird. I don't know what's going on. It looks like,
I
what? He took like the names he put in the bowl. You play attacker.
That's right. Is I felt Scott had a terrible game. He wasn't tracking that boy well. He needs to check himself. Like really, I
The
Fred.
midfield, the midfield is not doing well. The
Yeah, Fred
midfield is
cannot do everything alone. We know he's supper, so
Mhm.
can't expect him to go and do everything. I expected Scott to have a better game. Terrible, ran rings around, and then when everybody, if two people give up in the second half with this City team, it's all total collapse. Everyone says, "Oh, everybody gave up in the second half and all that." I think not. I don't think
and
everybody
yeah,
gave up.
and Scott McTominay have the balls to say that Roy Keane is wrong.
Mm,
Come on, the whole world saw the team gave up.
mm.
No, we didn't give up.
Then you're shit.
Yeah, you
If you
shit.
didn't give,
I,
then you're
yeah,
crap. There's
I
nothing
think I
else to
think
say.
I think Rio Ferdinand said it well as well. He said, as a player, you are your biggest critic, and if you yourself can't criticize yourself and think that you are done right,
Mm.
I know this United team at the moment now. I felt that the entire team is having that kind of same mentality. I'm right. I'm doing the right thing. I'm playing for the bloody badge. Are you?
Mm.
Are you playing for that jersey? Are you playing for the fans? Or are you playing for your social media followers? You realize every time when they scored a goal, I was watching how Bruno do it. That he was walking, he was running, he scored a goal, he run. Then he said, "Oh, look!" Then he purposely do the slide. Then he do that ear thingy. Then after he come up, it's like as if it was just a pure act. There's
Ah.
no passion in it. He did it,
Like, oh, I scored a goal. I'm supposed to do it. I better do.
yeah. So
Not.
he do it for the camera.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I feel that. Yeah.
You see all the players right there. Then after that, it's like then they walk away.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I felt a lot of the players at the moment right now are doing that. Why? Correct or not? Why? You see, when they really have that moment, that emotional goal. I remember the time when Martial scored, they did that last minute goal. You saw that celebration.
Mm.
That is genuine. You can see that they really wanted that goal, and that celebration was genuine. But they want the goal. Then again, they change the face change.
Yeah. If not, they won't have any pictures to put in the
Yeah,
Twitter and the Instagram. Say, oh, damn, I scored a goal. I
exactly.
forgot to do the fancy
Ah,
celebration. Yeah, you're
remember
right.
last time?
Because
Remember last time Bayi actually told Cavani to do that.
the arrow.
He's like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's kids these days all about that,
dude,
now.
yeah,
Hey, score goal, Pepe, everyone going to do a thing. Like back in the day, people score goal. Like if it's a 1-1 game against City away, they'll score a goal, they'll be high fiving and all that. Okay, go back. Because City are
yep,
gonna come and hit you straight away. You just scored, you're euphoric, they're gonna come slam you.
hmm,
Yeah. Actually, when you put it that way, I kind of see that. So
hmm,
now with the other news that came up before we get into the previews that apparently Ralph Rani also said that he may want to hasn't given up on getting the job despite publicly playing down his interest.
come on,
But
lah.
somehow I don't think this
This is
is.
his. This is the biggest gig he will ever gonna get. Do you think he will want to hold on to it? Of course,
I
of
I I would
course.
I want to know how he enjoyed. I think for 63-year-old, it's a huge adrenaline
Oh
rush to
yes,
come and
yes, yes.
coach Manchester United. Number one, I'm sure he would love it.
Mhm.
I feel, however, if he wants to do a bit of wheeling dealing, sell a book, do seminars, give lectures, earn that side income there, and don't have to worry about this bunch of prima donnas, he will take that consultancy role. He
Mhm.
will be paid millions because I think he's doing a decent job. Lah. I'm putting all this on the players. I'm still am. He's doing a semi decent job.
Agreed.
So I think if that situation arises, he'll jump into the back room. However, if suddenly we make the Champions League,
Who knows?
aku
Or
pun
or maybe
coach
or
Champions League.
yeah, or maybe they go very far in the Champions League this season. Who knows?
Hmm.
Maybe we start
Wow, we
thrashing
wins it, man.
Atletico.
Oh, he might want to defend
You know.
the title. So I'm going to. I'm right now. What I feel, I'll still stick to that. But yeah, lah, you never know, man.
But actually, to
Suddenly,
be honest, right, if Thomas Tuchel really is available, I think he will be the best person to take over. Because, come on, his mentor moved up as a consultancy role. He knows how Tuchel works. Tuchel knows how Ragnick works.
man, that's the thing. I'm
Yes.
like, yo, thinking about this. Moment I heard Tuchel was available without us in such
And
shambles,
and
and
look at it this way. If Tuchel comes, I'm sure he will bring Rudiger with him.
mm,
Then we
true
solve our
on
defensive
a free.
problem already. He's free. Aspilicueta is free. There's a lot of free
Mm.
players, from Chelsea end of this season.
Yo, we can save a lot of money, man.
Yeah,
Damn, there's a lot of
why not?
savings there. Yeah, that's true.
Ah.
So he's most likely going to have to stay there until the end of the season. I'm hoping like look if something happens the next 2 weeks and all that, and then suddenly Chelsea can't play in the Premier League. I mean so far they said they won't do that lah,
Mhm,
but they're going to have a hard time. I hope they do have a hard time. They drop out of the third place.
mhm.
Really, I'm hoping the 51,000 for away games is not enough, and they're used to their caviar or whatever crap it is, high scale food, whatever, and hotels. And I mean, because so many fellas in the team
They will
traveling,
have to
like
take
talking
the
about 30.
roti canai and get lethargic during games.
Eh, nasi kosong bang.
Bloated.
Straight, yeah. You know, you drink tea ice, put extra sugar in
Yes,
it, you get a
that's
kick.
like
Ain't gonna be no
playing
coffee
football
for
in
you.
school, man.
Straight up. Water you gonna drink from tap. No Evian Perrier water. This ain't playing,
No
bro.
filter, also.
No filter.
Straight up
Straight
from
from
the
the tap,
tap, man.
man. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, most of them, I'm going to say a crass joke. Okay, I'll stop there. I'm going to say you all, where you all were before, go down that road. So now you're living the high life where we forgot where you came from. That time where you drank the water from. We know what water you drank back then, okay? Okay, that water ain't clean. You did right, so you can go back to that. What?
Yeah.
However, you ain't going to win no matches. I'm telling you, other guys going to come ready. So I hope they fall out of the top three race. But sad lah that he has to come to that because my team sucks. I mean we shouldn't be in that position. We should
Yep.
be playing on carving our own way. Now everybody's carving us up. So if he becomes available, I hope we grab him straight away. Forget
Mhm.
about
Yeah, forget.
Pochettino and Ten Hag.
Yeah.
No need.
Oh, no need, no need.
No need, no need. All the managerial race. Tell Ten Hag
Yeah.
continue learning English, but he can go and coach Wolves, or he can go and coach Watford or Norwich, and I can send Pochettino to Queens Park Rangers because the rest, I really just bring Thomas Tuchel in.
Yep.
If he's available right now.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's now jump to the preview. So I want to bring up how Spurs lined up against Everton with their 5-0 hammering. And bro, Donny van de Beek, did you see this? On the official Everton website, this or whatever they call him, they put his here beak. What is he? A parrot? He's lucky here. Google is check up. They will do the right one.
Mhm.
But you go to the official thing, it says BEK. I'm like, I saw it that day. I saw it come out on TikTok. Someone made a video. I was like, what? What are you calling him big? What? Is he a parrot? Oh my god. Oh, oh, oh,
Or like,
oh.
what was that guy's name? Sean William Scott in the Evolution. Caw, caw.
I don't remember that. Though.
Oh shit! That
Now,
scene was damn funny. Yep. Okay.
Sean Williams. Which movie? Oh,
Evolution.
Evolution. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. With
Caw.
the Mulder,
Yeah.
David
David
Duchovny.
Duchovny and Orlando Jones.
That was a
That
good
is
movie, man. I
that is
like
a
that
good show.
movie.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
okay, so we jump into Evolution of Manchester United sucking it, and we are playing this team which is strong. Look, man, this team beats Everton 5-0. I'm bet you whatever you want, dinner. This is the team is gonna play.
Let me tell you
Take
one thing.
talk. Yeah, talk to me.
A little bit about Spurs. They play well against team that has one striker. If you check back all the teams, all the games that they lost, right? Let me see. Let me just bring this up. The games that they lost to opponents. All the games that they lost are to opponents that plays two strikers. Let me show you. I mean, not show you. Let me tell you. They lost to Southampton and Burnley, which the team plays 4-2-2. They lost to Wolves, who plays 3-5-2. They lost to Chelsea, who plays 4-2-2-2. And of course, the last time they played against us, they lost to us, where we play 3-5-2 with Ronaldo and Cavani up front. So the thing is, this team can't handle two strikers. Because you see, if you look at it, their defense are not exactly the most mobile fellas and not exactly the most physical fella. So they struggle against teams that plays two strikers. And I don't know if what I call Conte can actually fix that problem, but they look like out of depth when they play against team which plays two striker. And I think Ragnick should actually use this as an advantage to us.
Because he didn't play the three at the back formation against City.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder whether Fletcher will be. I mean, he should be aware of this. I'm sure they
Mm-hmm.
are. They got the statisticians and all that, right?
Correct.
If he's aware of this, that would be quite interesting to see three at the back or be top heavy with two
Mm-hmm.
strikers instead of one. So this is what you
Yeah.
set up.
because
I take it.
because of how uh their record against two strikers. I wanted to play two strikers, and the thing is, this will be something similar to what they played against City. Just that now, instead of Ilanga and Sancho at the wing, I want to have Sancho and Rashford up front attacking the Spurs punya defenders. And of course, we have Fernandes and Pogba to have the free range to move around at the number 10. I don't want Pogba to go anywhere near the midfield. Okay, let Fred and McTominay do all the dirty work because they're going to be playing against Højbjerg. Højbjerg and what's the other guy's name? Ben Canto, is it? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Hang on, let me
So
check quickly. Yeah,
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 Højbjerg
Betancourt.
and Betancourt. Okay, so these two, they are very physical. If you see how Højbjerg play, he's physical. He's very physical. So let McTominay handle him, and then let Fred do what he always do. Let him push high up and free up Pogba and Fernandes, where Rashford and Sancho can actually go in and out fluidly. I don't think so. Spurs defense can handle this one. If they play through at the back, trust me, they can't track the movement of our four fellas up front. So that's why I went with this. And at the back, actually, to be honest, I don't want to see Maguire anywhere near. That day he was horrible against City. He was horrible. So I want to see Lindelof and Varane. I like that the partnership between Lindelof and Varane. The question now is actually whether Varane is fit enough to play this game. He went for training that day. He trained with the team, but I don't know whether he's fit enough or not because he just recovered from COVID. So I don't know whether he's fit enough to play this game, but I want to see him play with Lindelof because I can see that there's a very good understanding between two of them. And both of them are smart players. Both of them can play the ball well. And both of them, their positioning is very good. So I want to see them two at the back. Shaw, I think confirmed he's not going to be playing. You know, he wasn't even the team list, and I think he have not fully recovered from COVID. So I think Telles will still be in. I want to see Dalot back inside because to play this formation, you need to have the wing backs to push them back behind, and I want to see that. But the question now is Dalot, in terms of defending, I'm just a bit worried also, but I still play him because I want him to push Sun back. Okay, I want him to push Sun back. If not, he will be quite a threat on the left if Sun plays well. But I want Dalot to push him back. So he will attack, Sun have the track back, and open up a lot of opportunities for us to score.
You don't think he'll play? Do you think he might play Matic? Is that fellow okay? I didn't check.
Against he's okay. I think there's no news about him being injured, but
Might be a sub.
against this midfield, I don't think so. We should play Matic yet. Maybe he come in the second half to stabilize everything. But at the moment, we need to attack this Spurs team. To be honest.
So that means in the past few games, how many goals has Harry Kane scored? Two that day.
Oh
Before
wait,
that, three. Yeah, hat trick. Before that, let me check.
let me check. Yeah, Spurs. What I know is Harry Kane's record against us is not that good, lah.
Three
Yeah.
in two.
Mhm.
And then the previous one, Burnley, was a loss. Oh, 3-2, huh? My man's on fire, yo.
He's on fire. He's on fire. But his record against us is not that good, lah. I mean, he played
Yeah, I
16
mean,
games since 2014. He only scored 4 goals against us. 4.
So anyway, Spurs lost the before these two wins, they lost three games: 3-2 to
Hmm.
Southampton home, Wolves again at home
Hmm.
2-0, City won away 3-2, Burnley lost 1-0. I don't know what man. Leeds, everyone would beat them. Middlesbrough, they lost 1-0, and then now they beat Everton 5-0. So
Yep.
despite them playing really, really, really well, they what am I doing? Despite them playing really well, there are still some cracks there.
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
see
The thing is, they, they
lacking.
they they have not been very consistent actually of late. Their away form actually, to be honest, right, is super hot and super cold. They 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 have three wins and two losses, and the three wins that they win was actually against Leicester, against City, against Leeds, and
And they are steady with the formation, so it's still
yes,
this
they
against City. So there you
consistently
go.
play with this formation, and then their two losses is against Burnley and Chelsea. So, and instead, in fact, actually, United's home record actually at the moment in the league is quite good. We are four match unbeaten actually. Um, the last time we lost was against Wolves in January, but at the moment now, four games unbeaten at home. So, hopefully we can
No
still
man,
hold on.
it'll be an open game.
It will
But
be
guys,
open game.
I want to thank you for tuning in, appreciate it. But it'll be an open game. It'll
Mhm.
100% be an open game. Because both these teams going to come attack. I mean, this ain't the Italian league, so Conte ain't going to play his team attacking, and he needs to win games. The added importance in this game is they have three games in hand. This is one of it. We need to take these 3 points against them.
Yep.
So I want Rani to go out and come up with the most incredible formation to play. If another one might be considered, if just say he plays the 4-2-3-1, right? Just
Mhm.
say lah, huh? Just for this one's sake. Just say play the 4-2-3-1. Keep these four, these two. The three up front here might likely be Fernandez, Pogba, and no, we don't even have any and Matic maybe at the back. Then
Mhm.
the one clown in front must either be Elanga or Sancho. That's what I'm looking at. Rashford, you can bring him in off a sub, or if he does well in training, since everyone's
Let me
favorite word
see.
is training, and then you
Let
can
me-
put him in training lah. There,
So
Elanga
you want
also.
Matic at the back, is it?
If it's 4-2-3, yeah, Matic will be the anchor. Fernandez and Pogba can be on both the sides, and the one fella in the front. Now, if he does,
So McTominay and Fred.
yeah, like this, that's good.
Okay, then
That's good.
the
Hey, no, Fred and McTominay at the back there.
uh-huh.
Matic in front of Matic in the middle,
Okay.
and then Fernandez and Pogba are flanking him.
So Sancho out lah.
Sancho out.
So like that.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, it's interesting.
Because we let in four goals. Excuse me. We let in
Hmm.
four goals. I don't know how good their confidence is. I know you can put it behind, put it in the back of your head. No, go on to the next match. Can.
Hmm.
But your defense, Koya, how? And, this one looks, your formation, aku confi bang. Because
Hmm.
Varane and Lindelof. But let's be 100% honest here. It's going to be Maguire starting tomorrow. Right?
I mean, realistically, that will
Really?
happen. But
We,
this is our ideal position, lah. Ideal. This is
you
a
know what I
talking
mean?
Manchester's formation.
I'm telling you. Because,
Ragnick watches our show, right? So I mean, maybe he
yeah,
can take a little,
I hope lah.
yeah, he take a little
Boss.
inspiration from our lineup here.
Please, please let this fellow go. He's not tired. He's 19. He can run like crazy behind defenders, in front defenders, put the ball high, let him try get some hit. Everything. When you give him the high ball, like Pogba did that assist, but the high ball he
Mhm.
screw up also, but he still managed to hit it also. He's
They can
sharp.
they can do this,
So
man. It can be fluid, man. Fluid.
uh you can put Pogba
Yeah,
there.
Fred will definitely be here.
I mean
So
Pogba, blah, Bruno.
yeah, Fred will be here. Pogba will do his thing lah.
Mm,
Here, here,
Rome.
here, here.
You
So
know.
he'll roam. So
And
this will be
Fernandez is
interesting.
going to run
Yep,
everywhere. So put
yep.
him in front, let him run all over.
And we know
He's sharp.
Matic. Yeah, Matic is disciplined. He's very disciplined.
Mm.
So
So
there's a high chance.
my only thought process for that was because we letting goals lah. So I thought we play like
Hmm.
this. Tomini and Fred seems to be moving up front a lot. Like let him go up front a little bit more lah.
I
He
like
can
I like the
score.
way I like the way he pressed high up.
I
And that
like
how many times
wow.
he led to how many goals, man? That one. Yeah, actually, it's quite
Look
good.
at.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm
I
thinking,
like
what
his
was Oli
intensity, man.
keeping him there so long for, man? Like, what we're playing him defensive
It
role?
should really unleash him, man.
So put him in front long time ago, right? Yeah, and then we needed another guy, 60 million, bring Bruno in. I'm thinking, hey, look at this fella, man, can unleash. We didn't unleash, so
And he can pass actually, he can't dribble the ball, but he can pass lah.
it seems like up front, he can pass better than at the back. Honest,
No
like you see
stress
how
lah. He can do his flare passes and so things like
Ah,
that. Yeah.
it seems like in the past few games we've both noticed that when Fred is up front, he seems to be playing his best football. He's seeing the goal, the pass, the 1-2. Behind cannot. So we're
Mm-hmm.
all looking for we need a guy in front. Katakatang. Let Pogba go. Put Fred as another attacking option and get a proper CDM.
Hmm.
And put some fire under Scott McTominay's butt so he knows that his position is not confirmed. Son, you better do something like
You
either
have to, man.
study and get your grades up or something, man. Because the brains,
Actually,
I
yeah. I mean,
just
again,
don't
I
know.
say I'm quite disappointed what he said that day. So yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
got a
kind of
little
polarized.
red cross on my chart already.
Hmm.
Just shut up and play football, lah.
So some interesting thought processes there. I don't know what else. Am I missing out on anything? Let me see. This one. Now, is Chelsea really going to be sold? From what is Fabrizio fellow said, it's not going to happen.
Nah, it's not
There's
gonna
some
happen.
guy called Candy, Mr. Candy, something who's a billionaire, or whatever. Apparently, put a bid in and all. Like he married Holly Valance. And she the one who married
Hmm.
the Prison Break guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was
Oh, Holly Valance is
she
a name I haven't heard for a really long time,
my
man.
God, she was on Australia. I remember we were young when we saw her on TV. Right? So the typical
Hmm.
upcomer lah, with
Hmm.
the tits and the butts and the stupid song. Suddenly, I mean, oh, she's went to Australia, and then she's like half Lebanese. Then suddenly she married the prison break guy, but the guy was gay. He came
Hmm.
out, right, several years after that lah. So I was like, oh, pandai dapat green card, huh? So now she's in England. She married this billionaire, and that billionaire wants to buy Chelsea. I'm thinking, look, man. Number one, Panan Muka, good for you all. For years, this fella has been buying players with oil money, and then now news coming up that the oil money was the money he spent in Chelsea was because he was getting tax breaks from Putin. So he's supposed to be paying
Uh,
millions and hundreds of millions of pounds in taxes, but because he got exemption, he said, okay, you can spend the money in England, spend the money in
hmm.
the club, pay taxes in England. And he also apparently owns 30% or some percentage in a um, tank building factory. So basically, it's a
I mean,
defense
I mean,
army, whatever lah.
when you have money, you tend to throw into things that can make more money, and as you know, all these big countries that develop military, what I call products, they will want to sell to someone, and it's going to be a profit making company. So,
I mean, war. They always say after a war things start getting better, but when you've built so many weapons and not use them and don't know what to do with them, and you have a huge cache of weapons, then suddenly you're like, oh, okay, now I got an excuse to use it. I feel this is one of the things that's happening. I'm not afraid
mhm,
to talk about it lah. Let's talk about it a little bit. So
mm,
Roman Abramovich has shares in a company that makes tanks and makes me. So I'm sure they make all other stuff lah. I
mhm,
shared a link in my page. Please, guys, go and check it out. Read that article the guy wrote. Fantastic. That guy was called by people from Abramovich camp, telling him to take the story down.
mm.
He put it in the story. Read it. So he revealed inside there where all the money went. And because the British government is smart and they figured it out, they know it's there. It's all public knowledge, I suppose. So they're
Mhm.
putting sanctions on him lah. For the club to kena like this, I only see. I want to feel bad for them also, Susa, because that day the Chelsea fans went and started chanting his name and all that. You know
Mhm.
how low is this, lah? You chanting Abramovich's name during or after or something, lah. You basically shouldn't be chanting his name at this moment,
It's
especially at this
sensitive
time.
time lah.
And you're chanting his name. I don't know whether they did it during the kneeling or after, whatever it was there. You can go and check it. I thought that was pathetic
Yeah,
that
I think also it's
Tuchel has
supposed to be that moment of silence for the Ukrainians or something like that. Then they
some.
started
I don't know
chanting
whether it was
lah.
before or after. I got my
I
well,
was,
anyway. He
yeah.
was his name was called, and then Thomas was asked in the press conference what he thought. He said, "Hey, if we are going to be united, what nonsense is this?" I tell you, so
Mhm.
this you all and this reality when football takes over your life, that should be
Mhm.
on your grave. You are losing your mind, man. So want to feel pity is a bit hard. You are still my competitor, and I
Mhm.
always hated it because Roman was the guy who kind of started the whole ownership of club nonsense. What
The
we
whole
had, we
ownership and the whole $1 billion
yeah,
billionaire ownership thing.
billionaire
Yeah.
buying club like Al Fayed all bought Fulham all back in the day. They didn't make a big hoo ha about it. They
Yep.
chilled about it. Said it's an investment in back into the community.
Mhm.
We were owned by two Irishmen, and then we went public listed, and then these Glazer asses came and bought us.
Hmm.
Then after that,
And put
Liverpool
us
came
all
in
into
with
that.
him,
Yeah.
conglomerates, this and that. So he was the original. He
Hmm.
was the Ori guy,
The
Mike Ashley.
OG
After
man,
that, he was the
OG.
OG. So he had a lot of stature about it. He felt good, but it was dirty oil money. No
Mm.
other way to look at it. It's memang dirty, corrupt oil money spent there. So their success was not built on years and years of having a good foundation, good base, good youth system. Their club is just based on quick results, immediate results, fast results because that's how
Mhm.
billionaires live. They have no patience. Come on,
Yep. They want
you
they
got
want
all the money.
instant
Hmm?
success, instant
Like yeah,
results.
like I said in the previous part also, Champions League is what he wants. I don't think
Mhm.
he's so think about the English Premier League because English
Yep.
Premier League can only brag with the English. Well, if you get a Champions League when he goes for his caviar dinners with the billionaires who own the other clubs, it's like it's my cup
Against all his peers
against
lah.
all of you. When I'm the winner, I get the bonus money. When I want to buy your players next season, I'm going to use the money FIFA gave me,
Mhm.
so I don't have to spend my own money. So my wallet is still fat. So all these things come into play. So hey, you know what? You are at least you guys can still continue to play football.
Mhm.
I think the bonus is for those three names you mentioned: Rudiger, the other fella, and the other fella. Their contracts ran out. Fantastic. Lucky
Mhm.
didn't sign before. If not, you canter here
Three
stuck.
players, right? The Christiansen, Christiansen is it? Christensen, Rudiger, and Aspilicueta.
So you got
Mm.
these three. So good for them lah. They'll be up for grabs lah. I don't know whether Rudiger is the guy to come to us. Do you think Rudiger is the guy to come to us? I don't know. He's good lah. He may be better than Maguire. What?
He's physical, that's for sure. But
Hmm. We need one of those.
I don't think he's that good. Also, lah. I mean, he's
Yeah.
good because Tuchel is there, lah.
Yeah, I wouldn't rate him so highly. I want to see how he
Mm.
plays without this stupid secondary defense. And I
Mm.
hope Varane builds more muscle and gets stronger. His positioning is superb. I hope he gets more stamina to last
Mm.
longer in the season. I hope he builds it. I mean, he hasn't really hit 30 yet, so I'm
His
hopeful.
first season, lah. So give him
Yeah,
some time. You know, like
yeah.
Vidic took about one season to get hold of the English game. I remember
Uh,
Ferdinand was saying Vidic was like pumped like crazy. He said I just cannot cope. After every game, he
mm,
said, I cannot cope. But after
mm.
that, Ferdinand actually tried to help him. I remember that interview he did. That they were asking him how was Vidic, Then he was explaining, right? I think I don't know you watched that episode, or not? He
The
the
Big
one,
Five.
yeah, the one that he
I
talked
don't
about
see.
Vidic. He
No, I
said
didn't.
how
I
is it like
might
with
have. I
Vidic?
can't remember now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he was saying that how Vidic when he first came to the English game, he couldn't cope physically. He couldn't cope. Then, but the thing is, one thing about Vidic is that his mindset is freaking strong. So for him is I came in, I don't care no matter how I have to make it. So he made it. Look at him, became one of the best, or in fact the best defender,
Here,
of his generation.
I want to give it to our guys and say that I believe they are working. I believe they are working hard, but it's just sad that they are not elite. I thought Lindelof would come and be very elite, but he wasn't. I'm gonna let's be honest. He wasn't elite.
To be
He
honest, when he first
good.
came, also I
Huh. I was
I
like, really? We are jumping for this kind of quality now, saying they are like the Ferdinand and the Vidiches and the Bruce Keon and all, Bruce Keon, blah,
uh,
Pallister of
Pallister, Bruce,
like the
Yapstam.
Tony Adams, and I'm like,
Mhm.
really? Doesn't seem like it. One thing, he looks smaller than what I thought a centre back would be like. Harry
Actually,
Maguire looks like
he's not that small.
yes, sir. What's his height? Huh? Yeah, I tell you, I
I
swear he
think
looks.
he looks small, right? He
I'm
looks
so
small.
used because I'm used to
Thing
the
is,
Yapstam and the
ah,
Rio and
and the fact
Vidic
is,
also is like
the,
like a
fact
skinhead.
is, Yepstam is not that big. He
Hey, I
looks
thought Yapstam was 6'6"
no. Okay, let me find that photo. Let me show it to you. I
when he stood beside Rio.
When he stood beside me. Wait.
Bring it up, bring it up. I'm
Let me
going to check
find.
Yapstam's like I saw him last. I thought I saw him last time stand beside Schmeichel, and they were I was
Oh no, he's big.
1.9. Oh,
He's
okay.
big, but he is not
Wait,
that big.
1.9 meters. Way.
Am I that
That's
tall?
that's 6 foot. 1.9 meters in feet.
Let me find that photo. Wait. Just give me a moment. There you go. Let me open it up. Full screen. Let me share.
I'm bringing it up. Oh, it's not there yet,
Let me screen.
bro.
There
He's
you
six
go.
foot five. What?
Look at that, man. Look at that. Me and him. MU's
Yo,
defense.
are you on the same platform or what?
I'm standing on the box. I'm standing on the box.
Yo, you're not 1.9. Are you 1.9 meters?
Almost. I'm 6'3".
Oh, there you go. Okay, okay. Ngam. So I mean, yeah, he's shrunk a bit because of his old age.
He's
Yeah, okay, ngam.
hunting lah, hunting.
Woo, woo. 6'5". So okay, now Lindelof.
Let me find Lindelof. Let me
No,
get.
no, I get his height. I got his height. 1.87. Almost same, bro.
Yeah,
Almost same,
there
almost
you
same.
go.
1.97,
There you
1.9.
go.
Okay, 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 okay. The who's the other fella? Rudiger. 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 Shit, I just put Rudiger. Rudiger height 1.9. Okay, Rudiger and him same. Okay, boleh, boleh. Yakin
Okay
boleh lah
lah.
kamu dah. Varan.
Varan
Varan
is
height
tall. Varan is tall.
1.91. Slightly
Yeah,
taller.
Varan is tall.
Maggie. Maggie and Maguire.
Maggie is like 1.7 lah.
Oh, Maggie 1.94. Cuz what's up? Maggie 1.94.
But he's playing like he's
Slightly.
1.7.
He's playing like Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was in defense. That's how he's playing.
Hey, bloody hell, Allen Iverson is how tall? That's 6'1".
Yeah, do a quick check. Cause you know how NBA they kind of add like Chris Paul ain't no 6'3". Go home with 6'4". Chris Paul is 6'3". Allen Iverson. However, I do think Kevin Durant they miss. They put him shorter. He's actually closer to 7, man. KD. Oh my god.
I was just watching and
1.83. Allen Iverson. 6'2" or
see,
6'1".
yeah, he's
Just over
tall.
6'1".
You know, the last time I remember where they were interviewing John Stockton, when he plays with Malone, he looks damn small, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When the interviewer interviewed him, he was like that. I was like, how tall is this
Correct.
fella lah?
Yeah.
Because the time I was young, right? So when you see it, you're like, you couldn't, you just cannot process.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
someone in
shit, man,
Malaysia, we're not used to seeing 6 footers
Yeah.
on an average. We cannot do that comparison. Only you see the real person. Then when you grow up and have a little bit more sense to to compare differences.
Yep.
Because Steph Curry also looks kind of small. Then you see Steph Curry listed at 6'4", 6'3". Then when I saw him interview with the ladies, I'm like, oh, okay.
Holy
Then
damn. Yeah,
because
he's
some of the
tall.
I also tend to take for granted that I forget some of the interviewers are tall also. Ernie
Ah.
Johnson is 6'4", bro. Ernie Johnson ain't no short guy, man. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith's almost same height, and because he's old, he shrunk a bit, lah. You
Yeah.
know, 60 plus, what?
But all these
So
fellas, they
okay,
look small because they are with even bigger players.
yeah. So okay, I guess if that's the height,
Mhm.
okay, can lah, can lah. I sometimes Rio. What was Rio?
Oh,
'Cause
Rio is
Rio is
tall. I think
my gold
6'3" or
standard here right
6'4".
now.
6'3" or
8,
6'4".
9.
Really, that short. You see
Harry Maguire,
how the players play, right, portrays their
That's
size,
true.
man. Look at Cannavaro.
Stature, man.
Looking short fella, Cannavaro. But that
Yeah.
fella, come on,
Play
won the
like
Ballon
king,
d'Or.
man.
He won the
Serious.
Ballon d'Or.
And now with the this thing, who was mentioning this now? Ballon d'Or, Messi going to win the game. Harry Kane score one more goal more than Thierry Henry, or more than who? And then suddenly everyone is like, "Oh, Harry Kane better." All sometimes with the numbers.
Messi this season, nothing lah. Even Fred
Yeah,
score more goals than him lah.
exactly. And Kane is not better than Thierry Henry or whatever
Yep.
comparison. 176 and 175. Please lah, don't even go down there. The guy didn't win any title lah. Just calm
Yep.
down, okay? You must win at least one title to be able to call yourself anything.
You can score
That's
as
short
many
of a
goals.
success.
I think the last time the interview with Shearer also with I think the overlap the Gary Neville one, he was saying that of all the goals you score, you didn't even win anything.
Oh my god, he never won an FA Cup also. Let me think.
I
Oh no,
think
he won the Blackburn lah. With Blackburn, only one league title.
did he?
Alan Shearer, right? We're talking about who we talking about again? Sorry.
Shearer.
Yeah. He won the title with Blackburn, 1995, I think. So he had one league title, but I don't know whether he won the FA Cup or not. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Yeah, because remember when Blackburn were doing well with Chris Sutton and him and
Mhm.
all that, and then after that only they went down, and then from there Newcastle and Manchester wanted him. However, Newcastle got him, and Chris Sutton went to Chelsea
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, so okay, interesting. Because look, man, Rooney also scored more goals than Sir Charles. What's his name?
Bobby
The
Charlton.
Bobby Charlton. Sir Charles. Sorry, thanks.
Prince
So,
Charles.
Prince, I was going to say Charles. Okay. Charles Goodwin. So, Charles Good. So he has scored more goals for England than Sir Bobby Charlton.
Mhm.
But I would argue Rooney took more penalties, almost all the penalties. He scored 19 goals, from penalties. and there were more matches now compared to last time.
Mm.
So quality wise, let's keep it real. Bobby Charlton is better. It's harder to maybe score goals now compared to last time because
And
maybe you
he
play against the same country 7 8 times a year that you
and
get the goals.
and he won the World Cup.
Hmm.
That's all. No need.
That's
Cukup
it.
one enough already.
So the quality you can put a tag on that lah. Like when they compare the NBA, they want to talk about Jordan with the six. But I would argue, I would think maybe Scottie Pippen is a better player, because he can block,
Mhm.
he can rebound. Even though Michael won the defensive player of the year in the first few seasons, he didn't win jack. You cannot
Mhm.
win anything alone. I don't care what you say. So Jordan was a closer, a finisher, which can be very, very maybe the most crucial thing in a team for some people. But for me, we all watch football. Now we are seeing how with the backup players being so poor, the top players cannot play well. We don't have a Pip, we don't have a Rodman, we don't have a Robert Ory, we don't have a Steve Kerr, we don't have a John Paxson. We have a Jordan there and Ronaldo. We don't. I feel right now we have a Rodman in Varane, but we beyond that, you want to say Bruno is the Pip? I don't know.
Mm.
Bruno
He
is,
he have to win something lah. If you win something,
yeah,
then maybe.
yeah,
At the
true.
moment now, nothing yet.
Actually, that's a good observation, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ronaldo won Jordan, Varane won Rod. You can't give him Bruno Pip. He ain't won nothing
nothing,
yet.
nothing.
Nice one, man. I like that. Okay, look, let's end on that note. That's a fantastic note. That's a
Mhm.
TikTok video right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for tuning in, man. This game is tomorrow at 1:30, right?
Hmm.
1:30 in the morning. So thank God it's Saturday. So, and thank God the next day is Sunday. So I'm going to be on live. I might want to try and go do a watch along the second half. I do not know. I got to go all this to be VPN, all that and all that to go and watch the game unless I do a bootleg. However, I might do it maybe last 10 minutes. It is a must-win game. I don't know what will happen if we lose. I do not dare to think about the worst. I'm just putting my hands together and say thank you for joining me, Jinsen. Thank you for coming, man. Ladies and gentlemen, do consider putting a like and subscribe if you're up to this point. Probably nobody, doesn't matter.